boundary. The fielder after it gets the ball and get it back to the wicket keeper. So 2 is the total. The very first ball has been nicely played between point and gully up to the boundary line. The long chase for the fielder. Meanwhile, the batsman got 2. So 2B started off with a cuttle. He's be another partner will be Maxwell. It's nicely played out towards the fine leg boundary. As yesterday played a superb knock. Karan bowled superbly well yesterday, got 4 wickets. Sandeep Lamichane, Mohammad Arif Sheikh, Lalit Narayan, Pawan Saraf, Avinash Bora, Rohit Kumar. Very nice batting wicket. Ball as of now coming very well onto the bat. 2Bs on 3, Maxwell on 1. We have a slip in place. A deep third man right on the fence. Wideish gully. Short cover mid off. That is on the offside. We have a mid on, short square leg, and a deep fine leg. Good running between the wickets by these two, Toby and Maxwell. Yesterday's match, there was a big victory for Oman cricket team. They beat Netherland in a very convincing way by 43 runs, 173. Oman scored through some nice batting by Amir Kalim, who scored 45, and Jatinder 40, and Akib Ilyas quick fire 21. Sompal to Maxwell, plays it in short extra cover. No run there. And in reply, Ireland was all out 130. Some superb fielding and bowling by Omani bowlers. Mohammad Nadeem, the spirit of the attack, got 3 wickets. And the leggies cover got 3 wickets. Amir Kalim 2 and Bilal Khan. Boundary, and it's 4. Just slightly short of the length and has all the time in the world to play at mid wicket. 4 runs to Maxwell, 4 to the Netherlands total, 9 for the wicket. Netherlands has got 1 change. Their star batsman Ben Cooper has been rested in this match. Peter Saylor is the captain, and Vandermouth, Tim Vanderkotten. So at the end of the first over, Netherlands moves on to 9. Good start for them. The world famous leg spinner of young Nepal team, Lamichane, has quickly into the attack from the commentator's end, and he's going to bowl to be a googly, and Toby doesn't know anything about it. Brilliant bowling from him, and right from the first go, he got him out on the very first ball of his first over, and Netherlands lost the first wicket at 9 for 1. Toby, a very good batsman who batted superbly in the earlier game against Ireland. Unfortunately, match against Hong Kong. In the afternoon match yesterday, Nepal won against Hong Kong. Hong Kong was scored only 125 runs on the board. but some four quick wickets, from Hong Kong puts the things back into their favor. But later on, Binod Bhandari and Arif studied the innings of Nepal, especially Binod Bhandari, played a superb knock and got 58 runs and bring victory for Nepal. So Lamishane is in fire now. Very good delivery. Once again beaten outside the off stump. Antonio Stall is the new man in. Antonius Lamichane is bowling at his best in the very first over. Once again, wraps it on the pad at a loud appeal for an LBW. But no, says umpire. Pushes forward, takes it on the pad. Very, very smart over from Lamichane. On the very first ball, he got a wicket of 2B. Mesmerized by the googly balls. And still he's bowling superbly, not letting the batsman to play. Slightly short of the length, and Antonius played it out towards the wideish mid-on for a single. 11 for 1. Beautifully played out towards the mid-off. And first over from Sompal. Netherlands got 9 runs. And its second over on the very first ball, a beauty from Lamichane. Once again, it's taken on the back foot, wrapped it on the pad. And that is the end of a very, very good over from Lamichane. Just given away only 1 run in this over. 2 rather. Great bowling from him. Yesterday he was unable to take a wicket against Hong Kong. But today he has shown his class by bowling the first ball and getting a wicket of 2B. Oh, it's a beautiful delivery from Sompal. Very fast outside the off stump, and Antonius was beaten completely. Sompal right arm over. Firmly placed out into the short cover by Antonius. No run. Sompal once again right arm over the wicket. Comes in and bowled to Anthony, and it was beaten. He took a step forward and tried to hit it over mid wicket, makes no contact, and the ball through to the keeper. Very lucky not to get out on this delivery. So, in this five nation T20 tournament, we played at Oman Cricket Academy ground in Muscat. Ireland, Netherlands, Nepal, Hong Kong, along with the host Oman. Onto the back foot, and it's high in the air, and a very valiant attempt by the fielder at extra cover. But meanwhile, the batsman got two. The wicket a bit slower. Ball coming a bit late. Very hot, sunny morning here in Muscat. So, ball beautifully played over the bowler's head. 4 runs on the mid on by Antonius. It's a good delivery, juicy half volley, and he took full advantage of it. Hits it high over the bowler's head on the onside for 4. Oman has topped the points table right now at the moment with 4 points with 2 victory. And this time again, Antonius hit it high over the point boundary. We'll have to see the umpire signal. And it's a 6. Brilliantly played outside the office stump, and he full took advantage of it. Hit it over the point boundary for 6. So, third over has gone. 21 is the score. 13 to Antonius and 5 to Maxwell, with the loss of 2B, who was brilliantly bowled by Lamichane on the very first ball of his first over. Lamichane continued to bowl his second over. Right arm over the wicket. Beautifully swept out towards the deep square leg boundary. Very well fielded by the fielder. Ran a lot from mid wicket to square leg to stop the certain boundary. 2 more to the total. 25 is the score for Netherlands. Fourth over is underway. Very beautifully placed between the extra cover and mid off. 4 runs by Maxwell. For the juicy over pitch delivery, very well placed between extra cover and mid off by Maxwell for 4. 4 more to the total. 29 for 1 now. Once again, seems to be a googly. He wanted to play it on the offside, but ball played out towards short mid wicket. No run. Wraps on the pad, plays it down towards the fine leg boundary. We'll have to wait the umpire signal. Yeah, it's a leg by. 1 more to the total, 30 for 1. So Oman is heading the points table, 4 points in 2 matches, followed by Ireland and Nepal. This time a full toss could not collected properly by the batsman high in the air, but meantime they got 2 runs. Netherlands had yet to score. Lilith Narayan has been brought in from the scorer's end, left arm slow bowler, and is going to bowl to wicketkeeper standing back asleep. A whitish gully point right on the circle. Played it back to the bowler. Very first relief from Lalit. Shot and onto the back foot. Cracks it past point. 4 runs. Lovely shot. The treatment this ball deserved. Very short outside the off stump all the time for Maxwell to play it out towards point. 4 more to the total. 36. And Maxwell moves on to 15. Both the batsmen, Maxwell and Antonius, on 15 each. And this time, oh, it was over the head of a fielder at the mid-on boundary. Another boundary from Maxwell over the head of the fielder at short mid-on. He tried, jumped it up, but unfortunately got hold of the ball and ball went through the boundary. 4 more runs to him. He's on 19 now. This time, sprays it down towards deep mid-off for single. Maxwell. On the back foot, try to cut it. Standing on his place, makes no contact. Straight to the wicket keeper. There's possibility of a chance. A fielder tried to get it on it. It hits on his palms and jumped over to the boundary for 6. Now 47. End of number 5. Netherlands going very well as far as the run rate is concerned, 9.4. So bowling change from the commentator's end. Lamichane has been taken off, and Karan, the chief wicket taker yesterday, who took 4 wickets, brought back into the attack. Netherlands going very well. Both the openers now seeing the ball well, placing it. 47 for 1 now. Karan right arm over the wicket. Slightly short of the length, and he tried to hook it. The ball took the outer edge of the bat, went straight up to the boundary line, and only 2 runs been scored. 49 now. Karan right arm medium fast bowler, bowled extremely well yesterday. And it was a slower one, and nicely played it out, bat and pad together at short point, and that is the 50 of Netherlands inning. 50 for 1. Going quite well at the moment. Over number 6 is in progress. Both Antonius and Maxwell playing well at the moment. 22 to Maxwell and 21 to Antonius. It's very, very hot here in Muscat this morning. Up in the air, and the fielder is after it, and he's out. Quick ball, short of the length. He tried to play it over the mid-wicket boundary. Does not quite got hold of it, and a simple catch to the fielder at short mid-on. So the second wicket fell. Antonius, who played a good knock of 21, finally got out. I think Sompal has taken this catch of the bowling of Karan. So finally, Nepal breaks through this partnership. It was going very well, threatening for them. And the change of the bowler from the commentator and Karan, as I told you yesterday, bowled extremely well. Got 4 wickets and 3 wickets in an over he has taken there. And today, also in the very first over, he got a wicket of Antonius. Colin Ackerman is the new man in. Slightly short of them, very nicely played out to a fielder at deep mid-wicket boundary. End of the sixth over and end of course end of the power play. Karan has taken a wicket in his first over as he did it yesterday. Got 4 wickets, 3 in 1 over. Today he's continued with his brilliant bowling and got a wicket once again. Antonius got off the bowling of Karan and Sompart took an easy catch at short mid-on. Six overs, 51 for 2. Netherlands against Nepal. Third day of the Five Nation T20 tournament being played in Oman Cricket Academy, Muscat, Oman grounds. Beautiful grounds with a lovely surroundings, mountainous, picturesque grounds. Lovely point to see. Oman Cricket Academy is one of the best academy arrangements as far as the facilities are concerned. It's top class international level. All the teams so far who has visited Oman and played on this ground, they really liked it and rated it one of the best facility available in this region. The indoor practice ground is extremely good with 2, 3 bowling machines there on the ground. Surrounded by trees. It's lovely ground. Mountains all around here. It's a lovely sight to see. Lilith once again. And Maxwell pushes it out towards the between the square leg and wideish mid wicket for a single. 52 for 2. Swapped it towards. And it was slightly misunderstanding between the two. Colin was not interested in taking the second run, but Maxwell is very quick and he came back. There's some fumble at the fielder at the fine boundary. And that results the mix-up. We'll have to see the umpire signal. The decision refers to the third umpire, as we do have the facility of DRS only for stumping, runouts, and no balls. Two umpires today, Riaz, Rashid, and Vinod. Decision is pending with the third umpire. Third umpire Rahul Ashir. So it's all well. No damage done to Netherlands. Maxwell and Colin both safe. Maxwell especially ran on the danger end. Nepal very sharp fielding from the Nepal fielders. The bowlers are very well supported by their fielders. Sharp fielding. Lilith continued to bowl the seventh over. Left arm slow bowler from the scorer's end. And once again, Colin tried to sweep it, takes it on the pad. End of the seventh over. 54 for 2 Netherlands. And Karan once again brought back into the attack. In the very first over, he got a wicket of Antonius. This is the 8th over, which will be in progress right now. So far, the best team in this tournament is Oman. They have won both the matches against Hong Kong. Very convincing victory by 7 wickets. And then yesterday they outclassed Ireland and win by 43 runs. 173 runs being scored by Oman, with Amir Kalim playing a very good knock of 45, aggressive. So as Jatinder Singh, a well compiled 40, and quick fire 21 from Archibidias. Down the leg side, and it's a wide ball declared. Karan bowling from these commentators' end. When Ireland started innings, it was Kevin O'Brien and Bill Brain both played superbly. At one stage, it looks the things going in the favor of Ireland, but the introduction of spinners just brought them on their knees. Karan right arm over. Once again, down the leg side. The ball took the pad. Good stop by the wicketkeeper. Some extremely lively bowling from Mohammad Nadeem yesterday. Got 3 wickets, gave away only 9 runs in his 4 overs. Equally supported by the leg spinner Khawar Ali, he got 3 wickets. And Amir Kalim, the slow left arm spinner, got 2 wickets. And Bilal Khan, the spearhead of the Oman attack, got 2 wickets. So it was a very, very convincing victory for Oman over Ireland. 43 margin is one of the, you can say, the best margin the team has won so far. And yesterday, Nepal also won against Hong Kong in the afternoon match. And the day one, Ireland beat Netherlands with Bill Brain and Kevin Bond playing a good knock. Ben Cooper scored at 65 runs against Ireland in the first match for Nepal, but unfortunately he is not in today. He has been rested for today's match. Karan right arm over the wicket. To Colin, just played it out towards the short mid-wicket fielder. Skipper Paras standing back on mid-on, right on the circle. short mid wicket. Once again, it's a good delivery and onto the back foot. He has to hurry. Good running between the wickets. With these two by Colin and Maxwell. Paras, one of the best players in the associate countries, has played a lot of cricket for Nepal. He's been captain for so long. Onto the back foot, cracks it away. Out to the sweeper at deep extra cover by Maxwell. End of number 8. Over number 8. 58 for 2. At one stage, the run rate was above 9 when Antonius and Maxwell was playing, but now the run rate has brought down to 7.2 runs an over. It's a good comeback by Nepal. And the Netherlands got 2 wickets down. In the reverse sweep, Paras, the skipper, came back himself and had to run a lot. Well into defeat. 2 runs to Maxwell. Change from the scorer's end. Paras Khatka, the skipper of Nepal, brought himself from the scorer's end. The right arm slow bowler. Mixed deliveries. Played it out towards the square leg boundary for a single. One more to the total. 67 now. 61 for 4. For 2 wickets now. And beautifully swept by Colin over the fine leg boundary for a 6. It was a slower one. Nicely picked up by Colin to the vacant fine leg area, and it's a 6. It was a slower one bowled by Paras, and Colin took advantage of it. Hit it over the fine leg boundary for 6. Swept very well. Now he's bowling over the wicket. Onto the back foot, brilliantly cut out towards the point boundary, 4 runs. Lovely shot from Collins. The ball was slightly short of the length, and on the back foot, picked the gap between gully and point, 4 runs to him. 4 to the total. 71 for 2. Quite expensive over from Paras. Just pushes it out towards deep mid-on for a single. Colin. 72 for 2. Over number 9 is in progress. Played it back to the bowler. And that's the end of the 9th over. 72 for 2. Netherlands, after being put in to bat by Nepal. Of now, the run rate moves on to 8 and over. Umpires Vinod and Riyad Rashid is supervising today's match, with the Rahul Asher is third umpire, and the match referee is Lebroy. Yesterday, we have seen jubilation in the Oman camp. All the chief demission, managers, coaches, support staff were upbeat of yesterday's victory. Brilliantly played, just flicked off his wrist over the square leg boundary 6. Beautifully played. Lovely shot from Maxwell. Just slip of his wrist, turn of his left wrist, and it went like anything over the square leg boundary for 6. Beautiful shot. Or maybe the best shot in the morning so far. He did not move at all from his crease, just standing and just flicking his bat. Take the pace of the ball and went over the rope for 6. It's brilliantly fielded at extra cover. Mira. Abhinash is bowling the 10th over from the commentator's end. Full toss. Played it out towards mid-off. 79 for 2. Over number 10 is underway. It's a slower one and very well played by Maxwell. Beautifully played. Just rolled his wrist and it goes over the widest mid on. 2 runs to Maxwell. Abhinash, right arm, medium pacer. Good delivery. That is the end of over number 10, the halfway through. 81 for 2 Netherlands. The run rate, which came down from 9.4 to 7.2, once again creeping up now. 8.1 runs and over now, with 8 wickets in hands, and Maxwell is looking in great touch. So is Colin. Netherlands has yet to score a victory in this Tour 5 Nation tournament, whereas Nepal yesterday achieved the first victory by beating Hong Kong. And in the morning session, as I mentioned earlier, Oman, the top of the table leaders, beat comprehensively Ireland by 43 runs and earned the maximum points so far, 4 points with 2 wins, followed by Nepal and Ireland. Very bad delivery, short of the length, and all the time Colin has got to play out towards the vacant cover in extra cover region for 2. Pushes out towards the deep mid on for a single. Officially played out towards the sweeper at deep extra cover. Runs are coming quite freely for Netherlands. Once again, there is mix up between the two, Maxon and Colin. Colin ran for the run, whereas Maxon has very wisely said him no, but he was halfway through. Lucky it was a direct throw from the fielder, but he survived the second run out. Once again onto the back foot and stumbled while playing the shot. So end of over number 11. Sompal Bowling from the commentator and right arm medium pacer. So runs are coming quite freely for Netherlands. Not any pressure on them. They're playing their own game, getting singles very easily. But so far, no boundaries have been scored from last 3 overs. And I'm sure Nepal's keeper will be happy that only singles are giving away. No boundaries are there. And this time it was a shot. He has all the time to play. Brilliant fielding by the fielder from the mid wicket. Ran away and got 2 runs. "93 for 2, Netherlands. Over number 12 is in progress. Maxid is on 36 and Colin on 28. Just open the face of the bat and put it out towards third man for a single by Maxwell. End of 12th over. 94 for 2. After Antonius got out. From then on, both the batsmen are playing very sensibly and kept the run rate up from 7.4 to 8. Now it's once again brought back under 8 by the Nepal bowlers. 7.8 runs an over now. Ball seems to be just not having much bowling options. The main bowler is Lamichane and Karan, who bowled extremely well yesterday. Lalit continued to bowl his fourth over, probably, I believe. He already bowled 3 overs before. Straight to the fielder at short cover. Skipper himself fielded nicely. Over pitch delivery, played it out towards deep mid off for a single by Maxwell. Moves on to 39. Yesterday evening, we had a very good Nepali crowd here. It's a quicker one. Played it out off his toes out toward the short fine leg for the single. One more to the total. 97 now. Netherlands, 13th over is underway. Lalit, left arm slow bowler. And this time he out bowled, tried to sweep it. And a good success for Nepal. They were looking for this partnership. It was threatening for them. And finally, wrong selection of shots by the batsman got him out, bowled by Lalit. And Nepal happy to have this partnership broken. Colin is the person who got out. So 97 for 3 now, Netherlands. Over number 13 is being bowled by Lilith, who was not having wicket yesterday in his bowling of 4 spells. Today is successful, breaking this partnership. It was going very well between Maxwell and Colin. The skipper, Peter Sealer, is on the wicket right now. Oh, lovely delivery from Lalat. Peter doesn't know much about it, tried to put it on and beaten completely. Good over from Lalat. He's got the wicket of Colin. And the skipper must be happy that at last Lalat has got a wicket today.